right, so I said I was going to do kind of like a book haul type thing for our next school year, and I have a bunch of the stuff that has come in, so we're going to dive into some of these books that have come in. Sorry, I come all over the place. Okay, so starting with biographies, I got this set of biographies off of eBay. They are the signature biographies: Daniel Boone, Crazy Horse, Davy Crockett, Geronimo, Buffalo Bill, and General Custer. So if you can't tell, we will be doing the time period from 1800 to 1900 next year. And so that is the route we are going for next year for our history stream. And we will be doing America first with that. And then this book, Heart and Soul, the Story of America and African Americans by Kadir Nelson. I've heard very excellent things about this. This was on sale on Amazon actually for $5. So I got that when we were doing that. Okay, future streams for history. I bought a Dorothy Mills collection. This is the Book of Renaissance and Reformation Times, the Book of the Middle Ages, the Book of the Ancient Romans, the Book of the Ancient World, and the Book of the Ancient Greeks. So that will be part of our ancient streams when my daughter comes into 2A, which will be not this 2026, 2027 year, but the year after that. And so I'm always keeping my eyes kind of open for these kinds of things that are coming, so that I can hopefully have stuff before we get to it. So for our poetry for next year, I actually bought these two anthologies. They're the Ambleside Online anthologies. This one is Tennyson, Dickinson, and Wordsworth. And these were actually the three poets I picked out for my daughter before I knew about the anthologies. And so when I saw that, I was like, that's $10 on Amazon. The covers are not like the greatest. They are not like beautifully illustrated or anything like that. They are just poems. So take that as what you will. But this other one has Rossetti and Walter de la Mare, and then Eugene Field and Whitcomb Riley. So those are for my younger daughter. So we will basically be reading out of these two throughout the year and focusing on one poet each term out of each of those. And since poetry is like read wide and varied, it doesn't super matter. Like if one day I do my oldest daughter and one day I do my younger daughter, and we kind of bounce back and forth and do nature poetry and all that. Anyways, okay. Then I got my next Handbook of Nature Study hardcover. I've slowly been collecting these. Living Book Press just had their birthday sale in March. And so everything was 10%, 20% off, I think, and 50% off digital copies. So while this was on sale, I bought the next one. So this, like I said, slowly collecting these. About one a year is what I get, or I try and get them for our special studies for the term. And I had all the ones for our special studies next year. I somehow missed that Garden Flowers was our special studies for this term. So I bought this quick for our current term. Okay, then I bought, also on that Living Book Press sale, Pollyanna, which is going to be one of my daughter's literature reads for next year, one of her term novels. And then The Would Be Goods for us to read as a family at like nighttime, a read aloud type book. And then I also got The Heroes of Asgard for her for literature for next year. We will have wrapped up The Wonder Book, Tales of Troy and Greece, Tanglewood Tales, and the Dolaire's Book of Greek Myths. So she really is into mythology. She has really enjoyed these, loves narrating these. So this will be fun with the Norse gods. And we did also get the Dolaire's book of Norse myths as well. So it'll be kind of fun because it's been fun for her to like read that on her own and then be reading these in our school time and being like, oh, I remember this story and all that. Anyways, okay. And the next thing from Living Book Press that I got was Stories from the History of Rome. This is our citizenship reader for 2026-2027 for my newly formed, that she will be newly formed to be. And then the number stories of long ago for a math free read, which sounds weird, but it is a subject. It is pretty interesting. Anyways, so this will be fun to read in the afternoons and stuff and look into. Heard good things about it, so see how it goes. Okay, then things that I got on eBay again. I got this set of the Book of Marvels. So these are the Living Book Press edition, but they were cheaper on eBay and in good condition. These covers crack me up because they look all old and fadey and whatnot. Nope, that's just the printing. So these are in very nice condition, no matter what the covers say. I just think it's so funny that they did it that way. Anyways, so those are for part of our geography for next year. And then those will come more into play the further into Form 2 that we get. Then I also bought the Children's World Atlas. I wasn't going to. We have atlases. However, we purchased the map questions from A Delectable Education. And when I had done that, this was the recommended atlas. And so we bought it. And it's actually very happy I did, because it's not just an atlas. Obviously, it's a children's atlas. And so they have a little bit extra stuff included on each page beyond the actual atlas itself. But also the atlas will go with the questions that are in those. And the last thing that I got was Stories of America, Volume 2. We will be doing this not in 2026, 2027, but in 2027, 2028. And the reason I bought it now is because it's going out of print. Stories of America will not be available after this year. So if y'all want it, go get it. It's on Simply Charlotte Mason. I paid full price for this book because it was said that there is no other book that covers to like the semi-present, right? This goes to 2012. So obviously that's already 14 years old, which is crazy. How fast time flies. But anyways, so this will go up to 2012, which will be our stream next year, will be our history stream from 1900s to present. Not next year, 2 years from now. So I needed a book for that stream that I did not have yet. So there we are. And so those are the books that I all got. We also bought, I don't have it with me, a set of Sloyd knives, which are like long-handled. The blades, well, some of the blades can be really big, but we got a set that has smaller blades, so it handles a little bit better. We had heard that those knives work a lot better than, obviously, scissors. It's even pointy scissors that should be very precise in cutting, because you have to do the multiple strokes versus one smooth cut. And they are better than the X-Acto knives too. Way better than the X-Acto knives. So we bought a set of those and have been enjoying those. So those are the books. I plan to do more what are we doing in the coming years and how we organize things and that kind of information as I go. But I kind of do it during kids' nap time, kids playing quietly-ish together and well. And so as I get them recorded and released, that'll be it. But it's kind of as I get to it. So sorry. If there's something you really want to see, put it down so I get to it first, because otherwise I'm just going to go in order of whatever I feel like. So hopefully that is helpful. And that is my book hauls from the last week and a half. That has been very exciting to receive all the book mail. So hope you're having a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.